Thanks, Ellen, taking time answering not my question, but a comment about this category stuff. And you say you looked at churn category here, but there is no one. And the reason there is no one is because we use parishes. And a parish is in Sweden really, really stable. So if you look at this tool, that's all church books in Sweden. I think it's 50 million pages scanned. And if we look here and say churn, you get no hit on parishes. You get on district court, district register, and so on. And they are in O, as you learned, Göteborg, Bohuslän. So what we do is that we say County, Göteborg, Bohuslän, and then we say type parish. Maybe. So here you have all the parishes in the one. So if we look at Rönnäng, which is in this island, we can see then you have all books since 1801 we have here. We have 1797 here. So this is the scan book, and we can find easily when they were born and so on. So this is death. So here you have the widow Enkeman. It's the human widow, what you call it. Anders Björkman in something. Died 75 years old because of age. And here we have cancer. A girl, 29, and so on. So that's really cool, and we have all the books. So the unit we like and love is parish. And if we look at this Rönnäng, then I have added the information here, and then you get the people. And what I would like to do is that this should be compressed. We have that on table of context on the profile. And I think it's 5 lines of code to get this. So I hope we get it. But here you have good links. This is explain about Rönningen. The Swedish Wikipedia people they have pictured the church, they have good links, they have all the references, so you can read about it. And I think it's readable also if you can't Swedish. So here you do translate English, and then you have administrative history and so on. And some of those links we reuse and have here. And one of the coolest link is going to this place, and that's a map. So this is Rönnäng. And all those places here are old remainings. So I have found remainings from houses to Swedish American people and so on. So they can find out more. I think you just click on it and then it says what kind of remaining it is. This is really old. It's from the Stone Age, but maybe you have something that could be a house. Oh, this is too old. But if we do set up, sorry, this is not any, and then parish, and we take it away, and then we can move out. So then you get Rönnäng Stenkyrka. So this is the parish. So then you understand that if they moved over to Mölnebo, they will be in another church book. So if we go over here and have a check, and then we have Stenkyrka, it's there. So then we have books since 1807. And we also have here 77. Attachment to the parish record. Yeah, then it's letters or something. Hardcore genealogy. And you also have links to estate and inventories, which is my favorite. It means that every person who died in Sweden or who has something had to write their estate and inventory. So then you have here from 791. See if we can read it. Here you can see that 1791 a person died the 14th of March was done after the farmer, I think, Nils Berndtsson from somewhere. And this is what he had. This is his clothes he had. One something, difficult to read, worth 26. And then he had difficult to read. This is the next one. So this is all he had, and they are down to. See if we can take someone later. Then it's readable for a newbie like me. Here you can see. So they are writing. Scuffed, I think it's a spade or something like that. It's really cool. So you can really get an understanding how the income of people has changed over time, and if they had here is the bedclothes worth 25 or something. It's worth 13, but it's 25. I think this is towels, a bed. Clothes from the died man, husband, 50. And here is the food they had. They had books. They had a Bible, they had a psalm book, they had something else and so on. So this is what I would try to say is that, as a comment, Sweden, it's excellent to have on parish. It's, and with Tjörn is just the area which I took. So the question is not if Tjörn should be. We understand 100%, and I think so far it is the best thing to do genealogy. What do you say? Use hyperlink. Yeah, we do it. I think you may lead some. We will, yeah, every 99% of the Swedish people speak English. So doing double, if someone would like to do it, it's up to them. So it's not, I think, it's 2,500 categories. And I think the most important thing is adding information, because if you, here is an parish where we haven't added information, but if you look at Rönninge, it's impossible, I think, if you are from another country, to understand that you have. Here you have a register name, geographic name register. That is so cool. Because what you see here, this is all places, that this is a small area. But then you can see Kalvsuddsvikarna, it was some water. Here is a small island, Krokholmen. So they, if you find something in the church book, and then you can check what name it could be by looking up here. So Lilla Dyren, I think we have one lady who had relation to, and then you can click on it, and then you get information if where they found this name. It was in a book from 1946. And here you have all the archives. In Sweden we have had no war, and that means that you have a lot of archives. So here you have the National Archive of Sweden. And then we have a lot of archives. So this is scanned. And here you have the Social Party have added their things to the archive, and so on and so on. And school. And here you have, so you have more archives than the church books, but mostly with those archives you have to visit the so this is hardcore genealogy. It's not online databases. Here you have the administrative history. the parish is stable, but things relate to it and so on. So if we look at this församling, which is the religious split, then we can see they have been part of Örns fögderi, which from 1794 and so on. And then you can see the court record, the religious and so on. So and here we have to Family Search. They normally are not so good. They just have the names from the church book, and you see. So I am said I'm willing to help them, and they have used. The cool thing is that they use templates much more than Wiki3 do, and they have a later. Here we have. So they use. Here you have a template for that you have to the left. So then we could say that military, what people belong to, which is from this area here, I think. Or was it no military in it? No, it's no military in it. So maybe that's the reason they didn't know. And then we have all portraits. So here you can get links to if you find Rönninge, and then you can get a search in a portrait archive that have a lot of pictures. So here you can have picture of people from those area, and they also use parish. So that's excellent using. So in this case it was 16 arrows, 16 pictures, and I think it has 165,000 old pictures. Excellent archive to use. And then you have the Digital Museum. They have pictures from this area. So if we do a search, this link do a search on Rönninge, so then you have all stuff from this area and also pictures. So this is some, yeah. So it's 10 pages, 700 items. If you would like to ask questions, the best place to do it is this, the Anbyta forum. So here people ask, hi, Gustav was born 1871 in Ramla. He answer, I think. And here they have a picture, so they helping each other. Yeah, so here you can ask questions and local people help you, which is also excellent. And I think it's impossible when you come to a new era. Here you have another resource that is magic. It's houses. So you have local folklore societies, and they point out where the houses has been. And as this is Google Map, you also have the satellites by, so you can scan in and see if the house is still there. This one doesn't look to be there. But if you find this in the church book, Stora Dyrön, for example, but that's more houses. Lilla Dyrön is a smaller place. Then it could be interesting to see where it was. If it's not on the map today, this is a small island, so I think it's on the map today. And then we do a satellite here. Yeah, so this just pointing on the island maybe. But it's a good resource. I have used it a lot. And then you have how to connect. The people doing this is the local folklore society. And then they have a folklore society, I think. Ale Skövde here. Not. This was a wrong link. But here, if you would like to contact people, they have, I think, pages. So if we go out here, and this is if we haven't done those links, you have to understand something like this. Then it's Bohuslän, and I think it's impossible for a non-local person. And then you have to find Rönnängen, if it's one or not. What could be done is that the people up here has done links, and that's the one I try to reuse. No. So that could be really tough to find the correct local folklore society. And it's also difficult for me as a Swedish person. I'm not from this area. So if it's confusing, I don't understand what it is here. Skövde. Maybe they are moving a lot. This site is not good to link to. Then we have Rönnäng here. What's that? What they have... Oh. Aha. This is about island Rönnäng. A magic place. I've been kayaking there. And then you also have a genealogy society. They have picture. They have all people working there with Lutz. I don't know the English name for it. Fire boat people. And they have done a magic work. You can see one picture. So it may be all pictures. Yeah, picture from Tjörn. So Tjörn is the bigger area, and then you see the small parts are here. But we shouldn't have Tjörn, I think. So because everyone who has to look in a church book, they start with the parish, which is Rönninge then. Hope this makes sense. So Tjörn is just a physical island. People like to go there to have summer holiday and so on. But Rönnäng is the one people doing genealogy like.